All right. Salaki. All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Wawachakudash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. And sincere peace and salutations to the Aki and pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. It's the brother Ganar from DC Church. Coming back at you with a quick video. Lord will, it's going to be quick. As you can see, I'm on the go. Through the Spirit, I want to entitle this video False Prophets. Pursuant to that video, the elder Zainala and DC, he sent in the chat earlier this week with a clip where ISUPK, they were taking questions and calls, and it was what appears to be a sincere Jake calling in, asking a sincere question about the world's economy and crypto, and how things seem to be going into a digital currency, and how does that correlates with the scriptures, or something to that effect. And basically, Captain Cesariak, he deferred, basically saying he don't trust or believe into the crypto thing, and he gave it to what he described as an expert in that field. And the so-called expert went on to say, not to worry about that. General Yohana said, don't worry about this world. We got to start coming together and building our own. Getting their own cattle, getting their own whatever. And this is why I want to entitle this video False Prophets, because what do it mean to be a prophet? A prophet prophesy. And to prophesy, you have to be able to say what's going to happen before it actually happened. And the scriptures is a book of prophecy, man. It tells you that we have to go and stand on our watch in order to warn the people, and these dudes aren't doing that. What you're supposed to be telling him is to prepare his mind and his soul for Jacob's trouble and the end of this place, in which the last prophecy that you want to look at is exactly what he was asking about, because all of these, the CBDC, is going to turn into the mark of the beast, man. The M to the T to the O to the B. That's the last big shebang, along with the World War III. And they were supposed to tell him when they do issue out a new currency, which that was inevitable. You don't have to be spiritual to see this. Everyone can see that the dollar is crumbling, and that they have been grooming and prepping us for a new currency for years now, man. I'm old enough to remember where we had credit cards and debit cards where there was no tap, there was no chip in it, But now, you tap your card rather than swiping your card. Now, it's on your phone, where you just tap your phone. They have gradually gotten us ready to put it inside of us. You're going to start tapping your hand, man, which people are already doing it. You go to Whole Foods, you see people already doing it. It's a conditioning of your mind so that they can cause you to take that C-hit, man. That's Esau, that's Edom trying to put his seed in you, man. To further claim you as his. To further take you away from our Lord. So he's going to cause all to take that chip. And if you were a prophet, you will be able to see that, and you will be able to warn the people, man. But these guys aren't prophets. That's why I entitled this video False Prophets, man. You know, you're talking about General Yohana is saying, build up together. We need to come together, this, that, and the third. This place is crumbling, man. Here it is. If you go build up, you get your own farms and all of the things that they're talking about, try to create your own city, you still paying taxes to this devil, man. If he changed the currency, you're gonna have to move with it. So you build up your own little community, and then the currency change. What are you gonna do? You gonna take the chip? Because this is the same guy back in 2020 where he said take the vaccine, which clearly turns out to be detrimental to people's health. Back in 2020, they was all on the news every day talking about if you don't take it, you're going to be at risk of getting this deadly disease and you're going to eventually die. Every single one of us who haven't taken that special juice are perfectly healthy. To where as though you got people who did take it with magnets in their arm, their heart is stopping, they having sudden heart attacks. You know, athletes are dropping in the middle of games. And here it is, your General Yohana, which we have the video of him saying, take it, man. Saying, don't be dumb, man. Don't be dumb. We have the video of him urging y'all to take it, man. Where we have videos of our apostles, the leaders of Great Millstone, saying you better not take it. And if you do take it, get the fuck out of here, man. Because a nigga that's going to take that is a nigga that's going to take that chip, man. And we know the penalty. There's no coming back from taking that chip. You take the chip, it's over. Thus saith the scriptures, man. So a prophet is supposed to warn the people of what to do and what not to do according to the scriptures, and you're doing completely opposite of that. You saying to hell with the question that he's saying, telling him not to worry about it, but rather listen to General Yohana, which his track record ain't a good one. Like the scriptures say, if the blind lead the blind, let them both fall into the ditch. Clearly the man can't see, according to the scriptures. Or else in 2020, he would have advised his congregation right. Which turned out to be a complete lie, man. So those guys are false prophets, man. And if they are sincere men that's following them, you gotta wake up and smell the coffee. This ain't no gangbanging thing of, hey man, you know, I'm GMS, so, you know, come follow GMS. We got the truth. Ain't nobody just blind followers, man. That's why our leaders, they urge us to go seek the truth for yourself. You're supposed to become educated yourself, like the scriptures say, be fully persuaded in your own mind, man. You're supposed to be able to see if your leader's starting to stray away from the truth. Because that's the stuff that'll actually happen, man. You'll start to get riches on this side. Just like what Satan tried to do to Yahushua. You know, he told Yahushua, if he just bow his knee to him, he'll give him the whole everything, man. He'll be second in command up under him rather than the Most High. And obviously our Lord stood strong. You know, our Lord stood strong. But the same thing that Satan did to our Lord, he's doing to the rest of these leaders in today's world. And a lot of them are folding, man. A lot of them is taking the deal. They want the money. That's why they talking about building up here, man. Making life here. Trying to make the kingdom of heaven here. This ain't no thing of just, oh, I like the men of great men. No, man. This is a thing of the scriptures, man. And who's aligned with the scriptures and who's not. You know? Do Captain Tazariak say some good things? Yeah. You know? Do they tell you that you're an Israelite? Yeah. You know, do they break down, you know, a good amount of the scriptures, right? Yeah. But look at the overall picture. You know, going on all these different podcasts, these different debates and all of that, that's not to raise the glory of Yahweh B'Shem Yahawashi, it's to raise the glory of yourself. And then the most important thing is what is the mark of the beast, man? Because if you take it, you're damned. So how do I become not damned? And that was the question that was presented to them, and they didn't want to hear it, man. So that's just my 2 cents on it, man. These guys are false prophets. They are not men of the Lord. Or else they would point you in the right direction, man. It seems to me that they're compromising, that they're not telling you the truth. To say not to worry about that, which was a great question, to say not to worry about that shows that something is up with them, man. It shows something is up with them. But that's it, man. You know, I don't want to keep rambling on about it, man. The true leaders, the men that Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi is dealing with today is the apostles and bishops and the elders of Great Millstone, man. Point blank and period, man. And if this thing is for you, the Lord is going to open your understanding to be able to see it. You know, because there's many of false prophets, there's many of antichrist that's out here, anti-Hamashiach, man. But that's it, man. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi B'Hashem Baruch double honors to our apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us the truth. And a sincere peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing his word and truth in the Sincerity. Shalom to the elect.